Hello, it's me again, the MetaVerse Explorer. I'm back again to let you know what news has happened overnight in the crypto industry. Let us take a second to thank Mr. Dancing Pepe for his continuous efforts in keeping us entertained within this bear market. Let's get to the news so far. So, Pepe, thank you very much. Ciao. All right, so let's start with Solana. They've now opened their first physical store in New York City. Now, this is the new trend that we're going to see, right? We're going to see some of these blockchain projects, these layer ones, opening stores, physical places where people can go and interact. You can see in the back here, these are some of the most popular NFT groups within Solana, which is the Degenerate Monkey Business and their eggs, okay? So they're calling it Solana Spaces. It's in Hudson Yards, which is in New York City, right? Interesting spot because New York City is probably in America. New York City, Miami are the two kind of crypto hotspots, right? Especially New York City because they're very democratic, to be honest. The store aims to provide beginners with an educational experience as well as a smooth onboarding process to the Solana blockchain. This is super important, right? Think about this, educational experiences and onboarding. This is what we need to get the next 1 million, 2, 3 billion people into crypto. You need great onboarding and you need a space where people can come and feel safe, right? Let's look at some takeaways for this. The space will provide visitors with educational content, blockchain experiences, and Solana-based merchandising, including NFTs. This is awesome, right? You mix the physical world with the digital world. Last month, Solana also launched its smartphone with the aim of facilitating mobile crypto payments. We all know mobile crypto payments are the next next big thing, right? We need to have ease of use on our phone, and we need to be able to send payments really quickly. The next thing is a smartphone. We already know Solana tried to launch their smartphone. There's pre-orders going already. If you're a DAO, you can go ahead and order this yourself already. But I just think this is good, right? The next place I actually think they should need to set up shop is actually in Miami, because we know FTX is in Miami. They have a very strong foothold there. And if Solana goes to Miami as well, they already have a working relationship between Anatoly and Sam Bankman-Fried from FTX. They just need to link up and try and do maybe a FTX and Solana kind of shop together. That would be awesome. You come in, experience Solana, and then you use FTX, the exchange, to get your funds there. I think I'm not the only one who sees it. Other people see it as well. So they do claim that it's the world's first retail and educational space dedicated to Web3. Now, I don't know if I believe that. I'm sure there's been lots of other retail and educational spaces dedicated to Web3 around the world. I don't think it's the first. Some of these articles you got to take with a grain of salt, right? So visitors will have access to tutorials, programming services, Solana-based chain experiences, and opportunities to receive unique rewards for participating in in-store activities. Think about it this way, right? This is how people connect with you. This is how the businesses connect with you as a consumer. You come in there, you buy a muffin, you buy an item, and you get a small NFT. Next time you come, that NFT gives you a small discount. You're like, oh, that discount is really good. I'm going to come back again. And of course, it doesn't cost them much to give you this discount, right? It costs them the capital of what they're going to lose physically when you buy them instead of selling it at the retail price. They did have something which is super interesting, a seed phrase booth, which will allow customers to generate their own Solana Phantom wallets. Awesome, a seed phrase booth. Hopefully there are no cameras nearby and people understand the significance of a seed phrase, because this could spell trouble for them. Multiple NFTs and cryptocurrencies, including USDC, are unlockable for visitors that go through the offered educational courses on Solana projects. So I don't know if this is like a pay to learn kind of program where there's like maybe 1 USDC, 2 USDC if you come and sit down, watch this video, go through this small course and earn something. That would be super powerful, right? Imagine doing that for homeless people. There is something as well that I noticed, the 50% discount on purchases up to $200 if using a Solana Pay app. This is what they're talking about onboarding. They're trying to get a lot more people in crypto hotspots in the world to try and use the Solana Pay experience, because they think it is the best pay experience. And hey, if you're going to give someone 50% discount, if they're going to use Solana Pay, oh my God, people would take that at a heartbeat. Where can you go and buy something that's 50% off? Especially if it's like, well, obviously the prices might be marked up in the beginning anyway, but that's okay. So they do say there are additional physical locations incoming. I think Miami needs to be the hot one, the next one, and then there's a few other crypto hotspots. But hey, let's just not go in America, okay? It was the whole world. Come to Australia, come to Europe. I'm sure even in Portugal, where they have the Solana Hacker House conferences, lots of them over there. Let's move on to our next topic. Velodrome is actually a DEX on Optimism, and the TVL has been slowly going up, and it's now reached like a critical point. People are starting to take notice of it. So total value locked reached Thursday $100 million, which is obvious, not that much in the entire crypto sense, right? But this is like a beginning DEX AMM style on Optimism itself. It's not even on Ethereum, right? It's not on Solana. It's like a layer 2 chain. The exchange is now rivaling dominant platforms like Uniswap, just based on TVLs and volume, right? Now, why is this actually happening? We've seen lots of these DEXs rise up, go up in volume, and people leave because after a while, you know, like you can just use an aggregator, and that gives you the best price overall of the entire space. So there's no need to use this specific DEX. You just go to an aggregator. One of the reasons why this is surging in TVL is that users have to lock their tokens to earn weekly rewards. Now, this is slightly controversial from my point of view because we see a lot of these protocols, when they give out rewards, you can only claim like 20% of it. The rest of it is actually, locked for a long-term period, like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and then you receive weekly rewards for it. This is called the VE governance program, the VE kind of style of things where it's vote escrowed governance. So basically you get tokens and then you can make proposals or vote on it. Most of the times, not a lot of engagement in these proposals because when you give out the tokens, people just sell it right away because they need liquidity. This is their bear market. So this is the VE protocol, which incentivizes users to stake the Velo governance token. Obviously, when you participate in the Velodrome, you get rewards, which are Velo tokens. You can stake Velo tokens for VE Velo, which is vote escrowed Velo. So the Velo doesn't do anything. It's just VE, the VE tokens, which actually accrues value for you. But sometimes you have to lock them. So any tokens that come into circulation, they end up getting locked because they give you weekly rewards. Now, is that really a good kind of incentive? What happens when there's no more people trading on this DEX, right? And all the tokens that you locked up are not even accruing that much rewards anymore. Is it worth it to have that much tokens staked? Sometimes no. Sometimes you have to sell it. I'm a fan of the VE token side of things, but as long as like it's sustainable, they keep giving out the Velo governance tokens. After a while, there's going to be a lot of Velo governance tokens around, and their price is going to be very small because people keep selling them, right? You keep getting free tokens. What are you going to do every week? You come across it, collect $10, $20, $100 if you're big enough, right? What happens when the governance tokens run out, right? What are you going to do there? You got to find some way to incentivize users to still keep using your platforms because the rewards were high before, but now that you've run out of governance tokens, they don't care. They're going to go somewhere else. What are you going to do? All right, that's the question I keep asking myself. Let's kind of go ahead. I'm going to try and make these videos super short, right? Because I think people love these shorter form videos. Only 10 minutes for a crypto update a day. I think that's what I'm going to do. So Bitcoin is above 23K as the US enters a technical recession. Now, this is a technical recession because so far it was two consecutive quarters of negative growth, GDP growth. We have had that, but guess what? The US is now trying to change the definition of what a recession is. And oh my God, it's not going down well. People are really unhappy, right? Before we go to this article, look at this. On Wikipedia, people tried to change the actual definition of a recession. Look at this. The page was altered 47 times over a 24-hour period, with an administrator locking unregistered users until April. Holy crap. Wikipedia joins the gaslighting. Online encyclopedia suspends edits to its recession page after woke users changed the definition to align with the Biden's claim that the US isn't in one. So, how do you tell people that you are not in recession? You change the definition of it. What the hell? Like, no, you can't just do that. We've been using that definition for the entire US history, and now that it doesn't fit for you, it doesn't work for you, change the definition. This is like misdirection 101. A recession is commonly agreed upon by 2 consecutive quarters of negative economic growth. And we are super, super close to that, right? Inflation at the moment in US is 10%. Holy crap. Think about that. If you had $1,000 last year, you can only buy $900 worth of stuff. And that's 1 year. Imagine your mum and your dad working their entire lives, the last 30, 40, 50 years in America. All the money they saved, they put away under their mattress, somewhere else in the bank. What has that money done? It's shrunk in value. It can't buy shit anymore. Inflation is like the silent killer. It really is. And people need to be more educated about it. People don't know. They don't teach you about inflation in school. Why don't they? Like, right? They keep you complacent. The economy has entered a stagflation period. Man, my God. It's super, super frustrating for me. It's worth pointing out that during the last month, there's been different Black Swan events in cryptocurrency. The Black Swan, of course, they're talking about 3AC. They're talking about Celsius. They're talking about Luna Terra collapse, which caught a lot of people off guard, even myself, right? So all these Black Swans have allowed people to buy an asset that is an infinite, which is a limited supply as a hard asset that you have to expend energy in electricity to acquire, right? As opposed to the US government dollar, where they can keep printing more and more and more and causing inflation. Which one sounds like a better thing for you to have? All right, let's change it up a little bit. A Solana kind of DeFi protocol has been hacked. $3.49 million gone in a matter of seconds. So this was Nirvana. They were marketing themselves as a stable coin. Man, not so stable. Look at this chart. Look at this chart, went all the way down. Let's read Otasec, which is a security audit firm. So how did this actually happen? The hack bears many similarities to previous hacks, similar to Crema Finance, which also was hacked on Solana. They used the Solana flash loans. Flash loan is basically where in a single contract execution, like, right, to execute a contract, you put a lot of instruction in it. Basically, they went to a money market, they borrowed money, and they used that money to go and do something with it. They did something with it. They came back and they paid back that money, right? And to do this doesn't cost them much at all, like fractions and fractions of what they actually borrowed. And they'll use that money for like the contract duration of the contract period, which is 0.4 seconds on the Solana blockchain, right? So they went across, they borrowed money, and they used it for something. In this case, it was something nefarious. Flash loans can be used for good arbitrage, sometimes bad arbitrage in this case. The attacker's program was uploaded on-chain and closed immediately. It appears the hacker used flash loans to manipulate the price of ANA from $8 to $24. They were able to claim USDC and USDT at this inflated price, allowing them to drain Nirvana's treasury, stealing 3.49 million USDT. The Solana FM team was one of the first to report the hack and acted quickly to tag the wallet address. This is the wallet address. You can see it now. Now, crypto is super woke right now. We are on top of hacks in the bear market here. We can identify which wallet address is holding all the funds, and everyone is going to say, no, I'm not going to accept any transfers from this account. Too bad. You can keep the money there, but we're not going to touch it. You can't transfer to FTX. You can't transfer to Binance. Any centralized exchanges will not touch you. The least you can do is try and use some privacy services, Web3 privacy services, and try and wash the money somehow. Now, I don't have that knowledge. I'm sure a lot of people in crypto have that knowledge. So, Otasec, thank you very much for letting us know. Hacks are still rampant in crypto and still rampant in Twitter. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very much for listening to my news today. This has been MetaVerse Explorer. Thank you very much to Dancing Pepe as well for your service. Look at you, man. Oh my God. He's so sad in the bear market. All right. Ciao, Pepe. All right. This has been me. Thank you very much for watching. Ciao for now.